Another dark chapter in history will be commemorated this May and June with the centennial of the Tulsa Race Massacre. Two major construction projects that will greatly enhance the ability to tell that story are beginning to take shape. One of them is the Pathway to Hope, a walking trail that is being built directly adjacent to a bustling downtown highway. It may seem like an odd location, and according to the chairman of the Centennial Commission, that's exactly as it should be.
You know, there was prosperity before the massacre. Then there was the massacre. And then black people in this area rebuilt their businesses without the benefit of insurance claims that they had paid for many years. Black people were living just across the railroad tracks. But then urban renewal happened across the country that divided communities again with a highway right through Greenwood. When we talk about a pathway to hope, the significance is that highway that many people want to get rid of. And we're going to go right alongside of that highway that just caused so much damage to our community. It's going to be a beautiful pathway from the Greenwood Rising facility, the History Center, to John Hope Franklin Park. And that's the significance of the Pathway to Hope.
The Greenwood Rising Center is being built on land donated by the Hilly Foundation, which is constructing its own building right next door. The center is designed to teach the massacre's history, which remains a legislative priority for Matthews for school children as well.
And so one of my big priorities is how can we actually confirm that it's being taught? You know, right now it's not part of the testing procedure, so that's where the priorities are for teaching things, is what's going to be on the test. And so we're looking at ways that we can integrate it, possibly in the testing, or other ways to make people accountable to learn this lesson.
Matthews says he will also seek money for a program that will allow students to visit both the Greenwood Rising Complex and the Clara Luper Center, soon to be built in Oklahoma City.
The civil rights battlefield has been fought here in Oklahoma, and we have taken more cases to the Supreme Court.
I'm going to be looking at some type of funding that young people around the state will be able to take field trips to both the Clara Luper Center and Greenwood Rising here to learn about black history.
Oklahomans aren't the only ones learning about the Tulsa Race Massacre and eager to spread the word. Some very big names are getting financially, emotionally, and artistically involved in what transpired in Tulsa 100 years ago.
The Oprah Winfrey Network, they've had people on the ground in the past week.
Westbrook quickly to the hoop, gets the roll.
Russell Westbrook is doing a documentary. LeBron James is doing a documentary. And we're soliciting some really, really big national names to come here, but some of them have come to us.
A little bit of white jerseys. Beasley goes up and throws it down.
The Oklahoma City Thunder is giving us $250,000, and they're now getting ready to do a program around analytics for African-American young people that don't just play basketball, but they learn what happens behind the scene, and the analytics and the opportunity to move into that profession in the executive levels.
There have also been anonymous local donors who have stepped up in a big way to help.
It's even more exciting to me that we have had donors and support to try to accelerate the construction. We're going to do what it takes to try to have this facility as much done as possible by May 31st.
The Centennial Commission also announced this week that U.S. Senator James Lankford will remain in his role with the organization, despite calls that he resign or be removed because of his initial challenge of the presidential election results. Lankford withdrew that complaint and later apologized for it.